Alright, I'm back with Roll for Storybook Sims Part 2. Got some new dice for this one. They're nice and sparkly and translucent green, and also nice and easy to read on camera. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll some dice and figure out what we're building. Okay, so roll for d20 for the storybook. 7. That is, ooh, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Alright. I'm a fan of Snow White. Alright, what exactly are we building? 1. Okay, we're doing a main character. So for main characters, it is a full build sim from scratch with at least 2 everyday outfits and 1 in every other category. Alright, roll for chaos. Here we go. 7. Theater mode. Okay, so that's going to be fun. I'll show you what that is here in a little bit. Alright, let's get into the Sims. Alright, and we are back in Sims. Alright, so how theater mode works. Instead of just building a random sim, we are actually treating it as though we're casting a sim for a role in a theater show. So
Quimba Regineo. Yumple Aragaba.
we have to randomize a sim
Super Wes.
Oh,
until we get somebody that can.
Mora hey you bosa.
Okay. We randomize a sim until we get the first one that could possibly play Snow White. And yes, technically for Snow White, she needs to be fair-skinned. And my rules for this particular build are that you can change anything that you could change with wigs, costume, and makeup. So you can change your hair color. You just can't do anything with the sliders. You can't adjust the face shape or the body shape. But you can, add, remove skin details, add, remove tattoos even. Yeah, so let's start with getting her some hair. Now, I'm not actually building the Disney version of Snow White. I'm more going with just the classic fairy tale, where it's just. And I am definitely not building the recent live action version. There is a live action version that I would actually recommend that's from the 80s? I think it's mid to late 80s. It's part of the Canon Movie Tales series. And this one's starring Diana Rigg as the Evil Queen. And it does actually solve it kind of solves some of the issues with the original story. Because in the original story, Snow White is a child when she runs away from the when the evil queen tries to kill her. Snow White is a child. She's a little girl. And in this movie version, she's still a little girl when she flees the evil queen. But then, many years pass, and she's still living with dwarves, and that's when the second part of the story kicks in. The prince and the poison apple. They actually do the full story. Because in the original story, the evil queen tries to kill Snow White 3 different times. Not just once with the poison apple. She uses a poison comb. And then enchanted corset lacings. I think they were enchanted. Probably. To crush her ribs. And the third time she does the poison apple. The first two times the dwarves save her.
Oh.
You know, the third time, as in Disney version, the dwarves are too late. They don't know what's wrong. They can't fix it. Actually, yeah. I'm going to do her scullery maid outfit first.
Hmm.
Those are tagged backwards. So the preview for that one is the purple one, and it's the brown. It's actually brown. Preview for the brown one is this one's the brown, and it's actually purple. Green's actually right. Let's see what the other options for the skirt are. I kind of like the green. Matches her eyes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, the only body thing I'm going to do is remove leg hair because it's very dark and a little distracting. Do her some makeup. It's too dark. We need something more subtle. Let's do that. Not subtle at all, in fact. That would look good from on stage. I'm not particularly great at beauty makeup, so I'm just gonna try to see what we get. We definitely need a very red lip. Turn the opacity just a little bit, so it looks a little bit more natural. I think I like that for Snow White. Okay, so that's outfit one. Do something a little bit more princessy. For the theater mode, I'm trying to kind of keep it a little bit more traditional fairy tale than the rest of them. That's interesting. Kind of like that. It could be fun for her. Yeah, my actual real life background is in live theater, so this is something that kind of got some experience with in reality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping the same shoes, but I'm gonna do like doing something different with the
Uh-huh.
dress. No, that is very, very grandma coded. Let's see. Still think I like that first dress better.
Hmm.
Let's see. I think it was a life and death. So let's pull that back up and yeah, that is very Snow White. At least to me, that's very Snow White. Let's see. I'll give her some kind of.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And I'm kind of going with the idea that her formal outfit is going to be her wedding dress with the prince. Like maybe that's curtain call is everybody in white or something.
Ah.
Although I think they did that in the live action
Mm-hmm.
one, and but it's whatever. Now, this button will let you put whatever you've got selected into all outfits or just certain outfits, which I think is a really, really useful thing.
Oh.
I think she needs like a little like a necklace or something. Mm. Yeah, I want to.
Uh-huh.
Trying to see if there's
Hmm.
any kind of like tiara, crown, flower crown, something in the game. Well, there is the prom royalty crown. I'm not really interested in that.
Ah.
That's interesting. I don't hate it. Sure, we'll go with that. All right, what else? Okay, we've got her
Ah.
servant look, her regular look, her wedding look. Mm, Sure. Because Snow White is nothing if not
Oh, Kumid. Ah.
she is nothing if not optimistic. Probably loves nature.
Moo. Aw.
Sure.
Babu.
Sure. I don't know. Sure. I like that name, Cora Chesler. So, yeah, we'll save her as Snow White. We'll save her to the library. Okay, so if you click Save and Play, it'll go into the Move-In Household tab. If you click Cancel Moving, she will go into the other households. So she exists in the game now, but she's not actually on a lot. So there's a chance that I'll meet her wandering around. So we're going to call that there. Hope you enjoyed the second episode of Roll for Storybook Sims, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!